y'all. We're going to start the show right now. Happy New Year to everybody. It's now
Oh, I'm
2024.
sorry for
I
bumping into you,
haven't
Sickles. I didn't
seen
even get a
y'all
chance to
since.
say sorry for bumping into you.
Oh, I didn't see y'all since last year.
I know,
Well,
right? It's
some of
been a
you,
long
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Both of
Anyway,
y'all are old as hell for saying that. I just want to let y'all know that. But
wait. First
continue,
of all, what I got to do with oldness? By me
cause it's just
saying I
that's
haven't
the
seen
old
you.
people thing.
No, it's for
Girl,
real. Even though
I ain't seen your ass since last year. Please get the
no,
fuck out
they
of my face.
probably say I haven't seen you.
How you doing? Who is this? Kador? How you doing, Kador? How are you?
They probably say I haven't seen you for years, not last
Miss
year. Last year was
Peaches,
last
No,
week.
no. No, Tisa. Every year, the old
you
folks do
still
the
explode with
same
the thumbnail.
joke every single time. Child, I ain't seen you since last year. You ain't
Okay,
seen me
well
since
maybe that's
yesterday.
6 months into New
Tyshawn, come
Year.
here.
New
No,
Year is
I'm
just
saying
a week
no, I'm
ago.
saying
Oh,
no,
damn.
I'm saying they're
Ty,
making a joke saying that
I'm in the front.
we ain't that last time I seen you was technically last year because it was 2023 and it's today is
Ty,
2024,
come
so
here.
New Year, so they're making it. Can you sit your ass down?
So you think that only
First of all,
old
I went
people
to get
say
my
that?
brother.
Brulin, that was rude. You were sitting right next to me.
First of all,
I
God,
know, but I had to get my brother because he didn't know where he was going. Ty,
all right.
right there, sit out.
I didn't think only old people said that.
huh?
It's a joke.
Not the
Only
snort.
I don't
I
believe
know
old
it's a
people
joke.
say that. We're the only ones that.
Don't
And
make
It's
fun
and
of
just
me.
last year was just last week.
I'm
That's why I
so
said
Eddie
it. I said
snorted.
that to people on the
Yes, I
second.
snort when I laugh
I
sometimes.
on the first. I said, "Wow, if I didn't see you since last year, and I talked to them yesterday. It's just a joke. That's all."
Let me get my
But
headphones.
anyway,
Oh, here.
this
You
old
laugh.
ass is gonna welcome everybody to the show. Today, Sean, I do have a letter for you. I got in the
oh hell.
mailbox. Yeah. So I'll put it up on the board when we get to that.
Where you at, old lady?
You're
As
trying
you
to kill me.
know, we are recording live on YouTube at this moment. And if y'all collect those links, you can always go back and watch and laugh. laugh at her. Oh, where's your friend? She was funny last week. I swear,
That
she
was Queen. That was Berlin's
Queen.
grandmother.
Oh my gosh, she was so funny. But anyway, as you know, we have a
Um,
board on your left, our right, that you will click on when you want to speak. Only when we get, a little out of order, whatever. If you're on open mic and you're not talking on the show,
Berlin.
we ask
what
that you
did I
close
do?
the mic.
Turn your mic off, Bakes. Boops.
I don't
What that
think it
shit? I don't
was.
know what the hell I was going to call you. I was trying to call you Babes and I said Bookie. I don't know what the hell I said.
You calling her Pookie? You calling her
She's my best
Pookie?
friend.
Yeah, that's what he
She's
called
my
me.
best
I know
friend.
that was established, a couple of weeks now. Yes,
Yeah, no. You gotta be careful because people are like, oh, yeah, she called her best friend.
Tyshawn, Tyshawn,
but y'all have a
you
child
and
now.
Berlin, though, you have to
yeah.
turn your mic off, though, because we are doing the show, though, so y'all need to turn your mic off, please, if
Oh,
y'all
I'm
don't mind.
sorry.
I do
I was
appreciate
helping
y'all.
out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I understand. You didn't know. I appreciate you, though.
I
Right.
was saying that we are wearing the same colors.
Who?
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Right minds
I,
think alike.
well, I'm wearing mine for a particular reason, but we're gonna get into that.
All right,
Continue,
so this
Tisa.
is Tisa, and I'm gonna pass the mic over to Sean. And Sweet Juice is back. Welcome back, Sweet Juice. And
And
Sean, you
I'm
go ahead
welcome
and
back.
introduce yourself, and then Sweet Juice, and we'll get on with the show.
All I see people moving around, and it's making me upset. Cause all I see people moving around and people ain't sitting down. Y'all ever just heard of being on time for something? Only I can be late to this show. Let me stop. I'm sorry.
No,
How
you're
about
gonna
you
have to
shut
be
up and
on
let the
time.
show actually start?
But yes, my name is Sean. I am one of the co-hosts here. Tisa is the brains behind the operation. I'm one of the co-hosts. So like Tisa said, there's a board behind us. Some of the topics do get a little heated, so we have that to kind of keep that all that good stuff. So but yes, there's a particular reason why I'm wearing red because everybody who has been hearing, I am starting my talk show today. Today after this talk show will be my own talk show called Red Alert, which is why I have red on. So yeah, after this talk show will be my talk show. Yeah.
And
So
you
yeah,
send out a texture, and you don't even put the time on it.
I did. I sent out a notice for those who's in the group, and it had It's like 15, 30 minutes after because I didn't want to keep people too late. So like 15, like 4:15,
Right, but the
4:30 around that
texture I
time.
got doesn't have a time on it.
It doesn't? Oh, I gotta fix
No.
that then. Thank you.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
put it. Sometimes Second Life really be messing up my textures. I really don't know, but I'll fix it. Thank you
Yeah,
though.
you have to put a time on the texture itself. What time it starts,
I'm not sitting down.
right?
But yeah.
Yeah.
So yep,
Okay.
I got a good couple one for you today. Yes, welcome back, Sweet Juice. Even
Well,
though
we
she was over
won't
there
be
getting
there
drunk.
because we have our set
Yeah,
after
yeah,
the show.
yeah, yeah. I know you set. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So sweet juice. Oh, so you gonna wear red each time? Red alert.
Well, no, just today, just
The grand
because I was
opening.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah, uh huh. Now, where's Sweet at? Cause she was over there getting drunk on the devil's juice on New Year's, and I didn't get to mess with her on New Year's.
Oh
She
yeah.
can't even hear me. She can't even.
Sweet, you want to
She
introduce
gone.
yourself?
I don't think she had the thing.
I'm in unavailable mode, so it won't scroll on the screen and show in the video.
Well,
So
Sweet's not
actually,
here right now, but she'll introduce herself when she get back. But that is Sweet Juice, the grandma of the show. Yeah.
I
Go
know
ahead,
that, but it's other people here too. They can sit down.
Jackie, baby,
What? Hi.
love you. Gotta turn your mic up on me real quick, while because we gotta be recording all that good
Okay,
stuff.
I'm sorry.
oh
No,
no,
you
she's
fine, you
fine.
fine. You look good though. You look very presidential back there. But yeah,
Where's
go on,
she
shut that
at?
down. Straight
Okay.
back, all the way in the center, as always.
Yeah, I see her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again, happy New Year to everyone. A lot of y'all I did see since last year, so I'm not going. You know, Sean, that's strange because I was going to talk about her too. I'm glad you brought that story up. Gypsy
Oh,
Rose. If
okay.
you want to start with it, we have to find out if anyone's aware of it because I put a link in the board and maybe they could, kind of like catch up on it, what's going on. But that is some story. I would
Well,
love to
so
touch
yeah,
on that.
yeah. So I have
So,
Gypsy Rose as well as a celebrity news. So I was going to go into that and do both. So it's up to you however you want to do that, Chief. This is your baby. And
all right, y'all, hold
yeah,
on. That's my dog. Hold on a
I got
second.
all right. No, it sounded like someone was
I
throwing
have
across.
company that
What's
just
going
walked
on?
in. I'll be right back. So,
Uh
Sean,
huh.
if you want to kick off on something.
Sure, I got you. All right, so what we're going to do is how we always been doing it. We got this celebrity news, which is really just kind of three topics because if you've been keeping up, then you would know all about the things that I'm going to talk about today. So, um, really quickly, I'm going to go jump into the Gypsy Rose story after I do these, just because it's kind of go and coincides with it, if that makes any sense, or it's going to run right into it. So with this one, I'm gonna start with this one. Ice Cube posts a response to Cat Williams' comments about the Friday After Next, along with other stars. For those of you who do not know, Cat Williams sat down with somebody for a podcast interview. I forgot the man's name, and he basically kind of exposed everybody and everything within the entertainment and music and rap career. Shannon Shay, thank you, and basically just kind of just blew everything up. And a couple celebrities have made videos on Twitter and other social media platforms commenting back on what the comedian Cat Williams, for those of you who don't know, had to say. So basically, for this part, Cat Williams basically said that when what's his name? Shoot, I forgot the man's name. Another stand-up comedian by the name of I'm drawing a blank. I'm so sorry. Not such an entertainer. Somebody else. That's another one. What's the one no, not Steve.
Testing.
Hey, welcome back. Um, what's the other one? Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. He did church news. He stood on stage. He wasn't part of the Kings of Comedy. Ricky Smiley. That's what it was. That's what it was. Ricky Smiley.
Okay,
So
I'm back.
basically,
Okay.
Welcome back. So basically, Ricky Smiley had was saying that he was supposed to be the original Money Mike, which was the pimp out of Friday After Next and that series and things of that nature. And then he was saying that he was Cat Williams was supposed to be Santa Claus originally, which Cat Williams said that's not true. He says that he was supposed to be the pimp because why would they cast a short black man to be Santa Claus, or whatever the case may be.
So what is this
then of
about
course,
again? I'm sorry. I had company that walked in real life, bought me a big pack Christmas stuff. It's late, but you know. Anyway, so you come about Cat Williams.
Yeah, so basically,
Cat Williams had a role on the Boondocks.
well, hold on now. We ain't talking about Boondocks though, so you a little
That
off.
Queen, is that Queen?
But he said his name was I think it was Pimp Slickback.
Yeah, that was on the Boondocks. That's a whole different project.
Right. A pit
No,
call.
I know, but like I'm just saying, you were talking about old somebody being a pimp and they're short, and it just made me think of.
Okay. Well, just to quickly go over back here because could you ever turn your mic off real quick?
Name Slickback, yeah, that's the.
I don't know if Sweet can hear me.
No, she can't. She's going back to sit down. So it's all on film.
Okay, so just to kind of repeat myself, basically, Cat Williams had an interview with someone named Shannon. I forgot the last name. Someone that said it again in the local chat. And basically during this interview, Cat Williams kind of exposed a lot of people within the music and entertainment industry. One of the people he exposed was Ricky Smiley, saying that one, Ricky Smiley is not funny, and two, that Ricky Smiley lies about saying about the whole thing with Ricky Smiley is supposed to be. Can you pause Queen's time? Ricky Smiley said something about him supposed to be the original Magic Mike, who was the pimp in Friday After Next, the Christmas version.
Okay,
of
can I
Next
just
Friday.
interject just a little bit right now?
Sure.
Because my son was just talking about that today. About is this some kind of show? It's a like, and they talk about all the celebrity. Cat Williams. I know the guy that does Family Feud was mentioned on there. That they exposing everybody. Is that what you're talking about?
So the show that Steve, I mean, the show that Cat Williams is on, is that their job isn't to necessarily expose people. It's just that he had a sit down conversation with Cat Williams, and during this conversation, Cat Williams one by one went and exposed them, which is why I'm going down the list, kind of sort
Okay,
of that
gotcha.
kind of.
What's the name of the show?
I forgot the name of the show, but
man,
it's actually on YouTube. If you go
It's
on
on
YouTube, look up
YouTube,
Cat.
right.
It's 3 hours long. I've sat and watched all. It's actually
That's
very
right.
funny.
My son told me just go to YouTube and type Cat Williams. It'll come up. So I forgot the name he said it was.
Right. But so basically, Ricky Smiley was saying that he was supposed to be the original pimp, the pimp who was named Magic Mike, and Cat Williams said that that's not true. Cat Williams was played to be Magic Mike and things like that. Well, basically, I'm just saying that Ice Cube came out and had said that is basically true. The only thing that isn't true that Cat Williams said was that there was supposed to be a rape in Friday After Next, which if you remember when Cat Williams' character Magic Mike went to the bathroom and Terry Crews, his character went in the bathroom with some fresh meat or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And Cat Williams is saying that he changed the script at that time, saying that he took the pliers from into the toilet and put it around his testicles and held it real tight, and that's how the screaming, all that funny part. But the original script before Cat Williams came on, he said that that the Magic Mike was supposed to be like a funny rape thing or whatever the case may be. So but yeah, go ahead, Queen. I was trying to get it all out.
Right. Okay. Queen, she is here.
Yes. How y'all doing? I know I may not cuss on the live.
Oh, you good. I was cracking up. I went to watch it.
I have been a fan of Cat Williams since I first seen Little Man. And I seen him in the Pimp Chronicles. And I'm going to say this. All I'm going to say is if somebody accuses you of something, you're not going to be quiet. And a lot of people are very quiet right now. They're so quiet you can hear rat piss and cotton in the middle of a doggone cotton field in Georgia from China. That's how quiet the fuck it is. He said a lot of real stuff. Now y'all have to understand the comedic world and what Cat was trying to say What Kat was basically saying is people are trying to discredit him because he does maybe not make as much money as Steve and Cedric and Ricky and all of them. But the reason why they're making that money is because they've had to sell their souls to the industry. And Kat is,
Really get into.
and he is basically telling us he is smarter than all these niggas put together on paper.
I gotta watch it. Oh my god! I wish I could Google it and find out the name of it. Because
So therefore, your money cannot touch my realism, and I'm going to come here on the very first of 2020 and 4 and set the fucking record straight because he's been quiet for a very long time because of a lot of shit that they keep trying to do to him. And one thing I know about a real nigga, you ain't going to keep talking about a real nigga the way you want to talk about a real nigga, and the real nigga not going to come up and say something. And that's what he did. He set the motherfucking record straight. Now, let's see what they're going to say about that. And they can put it all in line for 2 hours and 45 minutes because he ripped it the fuck up.
oh wow, I gotta
really-
go see that. Oh my god.
He really did. So basically, Ice Cube went and made a post saying that basically Ice Cube's post response to Cat Williams basically confirmed everything that Cat Williams said about that whole thing about the Ricky Smiley thing. And then Ice Cube, the only thing Ice Cube said that was different was that Ice Cube claims that he would never ever put a rape in his movies because rapes are not funny. You can't make rapes funny or whatever the case may be. So Ice Cube said that that's the only thing that's not
I
true.
guess
that,
if it's a documentary or something like that, and you trying to expose
a documentary.
And I said unless it's like a about rape.
Yeah. No, they were trying. No, so basically, what Cat Williams was saying was there that Ice Cube was trying to make rape funny, like put it in a movie and make it a funny thing.
No.
What else happened? So moving on down the list, Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer both came out with their own statements about Cat Williams, accusing them of stealing his jokes for the Kings of Comedy. So Cat Williams also accused people like Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer, saying that 2 jokes, which actually have been, if you go on Twitter or go on Facebook, whatever the case may be, you can actually see the video of where Cat performed the joke, and then you can see where Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer performed the exact same joke. Maybe they may change a few words around, perform a little bit differently, whatever the case may be, and but you can literally sit there like that's the same damn joke. I can see it's the same damn joke. So with that being said, of course, Cedric and Steve Harvey was like, who is on the board? Pause your time, please. I'll get to you in a few seconds. Basically, Cedric and Steve basically is like, oh, well, we didn't do that, or whatever the case may be. Now, the interesting thing that came in was there are other stars.
They lying.
Hold on 1 second. You gotta give me a minute. If you want to talk, I get on the board. You can't just, you gotta get on the board or whatever the
Yes,
case may be.
the
But give me a
board is
second.
located to your left on our side, on the front. And then you get your minute and a half.
Yeah, so basically that's what they're saying.
I didn't get paused. I just want to tell you that.
Yeah, I'm looking at some. I just seen it. I was going to get Tisa to do that for you. Can you pause our time or reset our
I
time?
thought I
for me,
did. I
Tisa?
did pause it. Did I?
No, it's still going.
Oh
Like,
wow. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, I'll get the minute then. Okay, I got it.
so other stars are coming to Cat's defense, saying that joke stealers need to be put to shame and exposed. Other people, such as Trick Daddy and Ludacris, are saying that his words are fighting words. Trick Daddy specifically made a video calling Cat Williams a pussy ass bitch because what he's saying is, that someone's gonna get my name out your motherfucker. All that good shit. It's a whole lot of and then of course Ludacris made a diss track. Ludacris made a diss track about Cat Williams, saying that Cat Williams is lying about Ludacris selling his soul to the Illuminati for $10 million to make 20 more Fast and Furious movies. Which, in my personal opinion, I feel like that's the reason why. Now that Cat Williams said that, I feel like that's the reason why they got so many Fast and Furious movies, because ain't no way this trilogy is going
on like that. I know, right?
Right, because I mean, after a few movies, okay, yes, that's cool, it's cute, whatever the case may be. But now we're about to at 12 movies. How much
fast and furious can you be? Right?
Exactly. So basically, that's what I have for that. So now I can open the board up to first Queen, and then whoever's after her, y'all can go and all that good stuff.
Okay, Queen.
Okay, so to speak on the first issue of the plagiarism, listen. Anytime I see what Shannon was trying to say. Shannon was trying to get cat to understand that what's it, what they call it? What's the saying they say? Is the best form of flattery. Imitation is the best. It's one thing to imitate, and it's one thing to take a whole motherfucking joke that
Right.
somebody else wrote, and then don't even credit them. It would be different if Cedric had an interview after he did that Kings of Comedy, and said, you know what, I got to give credit to Cat Williams because I got the joke from this nigga, but I made it mine, so I made it funny. Maybe we would have understood that. Because if you go, what was his name, Robin Williams? Am I right? Robin Thicke, didn't he get his ass sued the fuck off by what's the Marvin Gaye State for using bloodline? You can't do it in music, so why should you be able to do it in comedy? You can't do it in art, why should you be able to do it in comedy? You can't do it everywhere else. You can't do it in comedy.
That's
You
right.
can't steal nobody's trademark name.
Or songs, anything. You can't do it. Beats.
Because you know why? Because the black people have taken comedy and taken it to another level. Don't get me wrong, white people do comedy, but they don't do comedy like black people do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a predominantly black and majoritized field, that nobody really made a push to say it is not right that these comedians can do what they did. And he even spoke on Steve Harvey doing the Hanging with Mr. Cooper. When he did, I forget the name of Steve Harvey's show, but they canceled Hanging with Mr. Cooper. And not even a year later, Steve Harvey came out with a show with the exact same precipice. Mm-hmm. So it goes to that, and that's what he was basically trying to say. I've been in this industry this long, all these years. He should be well further than what he is, but he's not further because he won't sell out. And that was the message of the whole interview.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta watch that. I gotta really. So why
Yeah,
do you
there's a
think?
lot.
Why do you think black comedians plagiarize each other? Why? Why they can't?
It's
I
not-
think jokes are part of your
Because they know
whole.
ain't nobody gonna get up and say shit until 4 days ago.
Yeah. and-
So the thing about I'm gonna get to Malcolm in a few seconds. The thing about black people and their comedic jokes and things like that is that black people we always trying to steal from each other, right? It's like if you go and watch white comedians, you will see white comedians. You don't necessarily see them steal from each other, or at least
No,
if they
they
do.
don't.
They will tell you
Tell
like,
you
I
that.
got this joke from this person. I got this joke from
Right,
this person. Or I got
exactly.
the idea from this person. And they will
Exactly.
literally physically come out and say, I got this joke with somebody else. When it comes to a black celebrity, oh, no, that's my joke. I came up with that joke. No, you didn't. Cat Williams came up with that joke about 5 years before you. So why won't you just give him his dues? What is the issue with that? So whatever. Malcolm?
Yeah, but I think comedians really talk about their life and feelings. So you can't steal when you steal that from them. That really hurts. Because when I'm talking true life and whatever and joke about it, why are you going to steal it? That's not your life. Go ahead, Malka.
Okay. It's plagiarism, number one. And unfortunately, there are not a lot of rules to apply unless it's something that's written or a song or things like that, because comedy really isn't covered, even though it's somebody's creative writing. I bitch about this all the time. Tisa knows this. When I DJ'd, it would take me a week to get my playlist together, download music and all of that. And I started noticing that after I was doing my sets and playing, these songs weren't played before by anybody else but me. And then, they basically, bit my music, which, imitation is the best form of flattery, but not really, not if it's like a talent, not if it takes a while, not if you're investing time and energy in it. And I think that it's like, if somebody's going to steal somebody's joke, that's just sheer laziness.
Yeah, but
and not-
Malka, I'm a DJ too. That's not your song. I've heard
no, I'm not
songs
talking
DJs
about-
play, and
I'm
I said,
talking-
"Oh wow, I like that," and I'll go download it, like they
no,
did.
No, and I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying. You and I've had this conversation before. I mean, I'm just saying if somebody's doing the work, it's like even with my own business, people who compete with me, offline in my business, and I've had competitors change prices and do all kinds of stuff in order to keep up with me. So, but generally it's the things that I've come up with, changed prices, done things, and then these other, people in my field offline will take the things that I've done and use and apply them towards their business. I think that there's just a lot of that to begin with. And I think that you should give people credit. I know that when
Right,
I
it's
see,
I understand what you're saying, because like I could see if you set up a whole playlist and somebody copied that whole playlist, that's wrong. You know, who's on the board?
That's Queen.
Okay, Queen.
Well, so maybe comedians should start doing this. And I know it's going to take away from their craft, but maybe they need to start
Reserve my time.
copyrighting their shit when they write it. Copyright your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, copyrighted. I don't understand why they're not copyrighting it.
But you know why? You know how much it costs to get a copyright? They're
Yeah,
not
it
cheap.
costs a lot. It costs a lot.
And
My
it takes
dad
a
was-
while. So if you, and then that's probably why they don't copyright it, because it may take you 6 months. If you write a joke, you can't tell it for 6 months.
Actually, I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. If you write a book, if you write,
You could
something
say it
down,
yourself, copyright.
Yeah, you can send it. You can mail it to yourself and sign.
Exactly.
For it, and that is a way to copyright all of your work. I'm a writer. I wrote.
Right. My dad was in the music business.
Right,
They did
finance.
that.
They call it a court, but those don't stand up. But those don't stand up in the court of law.
It may or
No,
may
no.
not. It's according to how the judge feels.
Right. So,
Yep, so you-
and
yeah,
so maybe
so-
and that could be a reason why they don't copyright, because it does take a while. And just imagine they have to get a lawyer to do that. They got to file things to do that. So I could see why. Because I mean, if you're a comedian and you're doing a tour, right? Well, maybe when you started your tour, you formulated a new joke in between that tour. The fact of the matter is,
Right,
at the
that's
end of
true.
Here's the point at the end of the day that he was stating. If you're going to use somebody's stuff, number one, at least don't try to pass it off like it's your shit.
Right.
Number one.
Exactly. Right.
That's the main thing. Give me my props, okay?
Yep.
Because you can't stop nobody from using it. You can't stop nobody from doing it.
Right.
But just give me my props. It's the same way in SL. People landscape shit, and you have oh my God, they stole my whole landscape idea. Well, you know what? It happened.
It happens. And the thing is,
So-
you can always just, like when you put videos on Facebook from Second Life and you use Beyonce's music, you have to state
Yeah.
right then and there, this is not, the music was only
State the
being
shit, and
used.
they still knew my shit. They don't like me.
Who's on the
Well,
board?
can I do one shameless plug before the
I got you.
Okay, I got the Cat Williams gestures on my marketplace. Y'all come check them out. Boom, bye.
All right, what is that? What is that you got on the marketplace?
I got the Cat Williams gestures on marketplace. I'm only 15 minutes into the interview. I'm gonna do the whole 245.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole. So it's gonna take about a week for me to get them all uploaded. But yeah, I got I got
All
some
right,
of
all
these.
right.
So
Put the
look
link.
'em up.
Put the
Mhm.
link or something in local and pass. And you know what? When you watch the video of today's show, all you're gonna see is you putting them pom up in your face, covering your face. I'm over here cracking.
Is my pom-pom still on?
Yeah.
I took 'em off.
Yes.
right,
Okay,
so
who's on the
who-
board?
So Quincy's on the board. Quincy's going to go. Then I'm going to go and read the next part of the celebrity news. We'll continue on from there.
Okay, go ahead, Quincy.
Well, I just want to say Cat Williams and Eddie Griffin, they my two favorites. They the funniest men on the
They
fucking
are.
planet. And I just knew the moment Cat Williams sat down and started, he was on go. I said, I know my boy ain't lying, especially about Ricky Smiley. Oh my lord, like. Yeah, then he talk about some. Oh, he was supposed to play the pimp. Who wrote that for you? Because nobody wanted you to be no pimp. Cat Williams played a pimp in every role that he done been in. Like I was like, what? So stupid.
Coke bottle glasses and a lazy eye.
Right. For sure.
The man wasn't lying. I believe everything he said. I don't know about y'all, but I believe Cat Williams. All that he said, it was true.
I'm definitely gonna look up that show. We just talked about
He
that
had a
today.
show. I didn't like the Ricky Smiley show. It was sad.
All you have to do, Tisa, is go to YouTube, right?
I know, that's what my
Type in-
son said. I can't do it
Yeah.
now because I'm recording.
Right. What it-
Say link. I got the link in local.
All right.
So before Malcolm goes, I'm gonna let Malcolm start me off because she's on the board. So I'm gonna pause Malcolm's time after this. So pause her time, and she's gonna just kind of cover whatever she want to say, and then I'm gonna throw these other two topics in there as well. Speaking of copyright issues, yesterday, no, 2 or 3 days ago, about 95 years since Mickey Mouse has been created, and Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse has entered the public domain. Now, I want to make this very clear. Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse has entered the public domain, not the main Mickey Mouse that you know now with the white gloves and the red pants and all that. No,
right.
Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. So that means that Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse can be used, can be sold, can be copied, can be brought, can be posted all over, could be remade, can be done anything you want to do with Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse.
Why though?
Long
But
as you-
see, as long as you change something, right? But
No. See what happens. Okay, so see what happens is when you
you can
create
use the
something,
name too.
you can use a name too. Yes, you can, because the thing about the copyright issue in America is that you have 95 years from the time that thing was created before it goes into the public domain. Actually, Walt Disney was the person who actually made sure that happened, because he wanted to keep Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Goofy and all them characters to himself, because at first only 15 years. Then anybody could use whatever the fuck you wanted to use because it's in the public domain. But they pushed, so now it's at 95 years, and Steamboat Willie is able to be used and sold as your own work, as if you created. You don't have to quote Disney. You don't even have to say Disney made it. All you can do is just say it's your work because it's in the public domain.
I thought that if they keep recopywriting it, like they have to do it every year, update it. But you're saying there's a maximum of 95 years and that's it, regardless of whether or not the original creator was, because he may have died and stopped copywriting it.
So what happens basically is that back in the day, Walt Disney and the company that is Walt Disney today, they pushed, because at first the law was after 15 years you can resubmit a copyright, get it reapproved by the government, and then that'll be another 15 years. You can keep on doing that for your lifetime and your kids' lifetime. If your kids could want to continue on recopyright on your behalf after you die.
Right.
But Disney said that no, that's not fair, because Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse and all that good stuff, and you see how big Mickey Mouse is now. Look at it, like it's Disney. So with that being said, they continue to push to extend the copyright law. Right. So now they took out the whole having to redo it. Is now at 95 years after the creation of the character. So 2024 has marked the 95 years since the original Mickey Mouse has been created. So therefore, he is now, the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse is now in the public domain to be used. But the regular Mickey Mouse that you know everywhere else cannot be used still. The only thing that you cannot do is you can't make any lewd, any type of anything that goes towards saying that, oh, this is by Disney. Like, for example, you can't go buy Disney ears and make from Disney World and put the Steamboat Willie character on it and then say, oh,
what
it's
about
not.
Goofy? What about Goofy? I heard part of this story.
Only Steamboat Willie. Only Steamboat Willie. Not Goofy, not only Steamboat Willie. 95 years. It has to be 95 years from the day the person created that to do that. Also, I want to go to the next topic, which is the United States have officially named the 1 mile run as child abuse. So does anybody remember back in middle school and high school when they made you run that 1 mile at the end of the year, and that was like your test to be, passed, whatever the case may be?
Jim.
Well, congratulations, it is now considered child abuse in the United States.
Reparations.
You know why? I want reparations because we had to run that.
So basically what they're saying is that basically all it is, it says, okay, so for the better part of the 80s through the 2010s, children all over the United States are made to run 1 mile as part of a physical fitness test to pass PE in middle school and high school. But now it has been taken out of school because it's being seen as child abuse. The argument says this. It's a little snippet. Some kids like to run. Some kids don't like to run. Some kids have health issues where they can't run for long and shouldn't be shamed by kids who finish the course in record time and earn presidential awards being recognized by the president because you ran a certain mile at a certain time, whatever the case may be. And this is a form of what they say is mental child abuse. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like this is why our country is pussy now, because I had to do the shit and I hated running. I couldn't stand fucking running and I had to go through the shit. So I don't feel like, but hey, I digress. So Malcolm, I'm gonna let you take off those two topics, and then we're gonna get into Gypsy Rose, and then I'm done for the day.
Yeah,
unless you do the letters later on.
Yeah, you could do the letter, and then we'll move on.
Are we gonna do the black don't crack? Cause I got comments on white folks and why they gotta use all
Yes,
that.
we are. Yes, we are. But listen, first of all, Oh, go ahead.
Seriously, regarding these
Oh,
kids,
Lord, Malcolm.
it is not
It's her
child
time though.
I know, but I had it paused.
Oh.
It's not child abuse. It's called lazy fat little fuckers who eat garbage all day long, sit in front of a video game and don't do anything. My generation, we were feral. We were not allowed in the house. You know, like you were lucky if you got through a couple of hours of Saturday morning cartoons before your parents tossed you out the house for the day. You know, that's all we did. We ran the streets.
Exactly, we did.
did everything. We swam. I babysat at like 12. You know, and it's like these kids. I'm tired of looking at these lazy brats who are spoiled with no discipline, no structure, no nothing. It is not child abuse to require a child. And back in the day, they forced us to do that. But if you had a health condition and you had
wrote a
letter
note.
from your doctor,
Yeah.
you were excused. If you couldn't run and you got tired, you could walk. It is not child abuse to make a child exercise. I mean, that is the most asinine stuff I have ever heard in my. I'm trying really hard not to swear. But seriously, child abuse? No, child abuse is letting them eat whatever they want, filling them with McDonald's, and keeping them sitting in front of a friggin' video game. That is child abuse.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
The next person on the board.
Guys, this is
Okay.
the
Okay, Malcolm.
If you don't shut up, I'm coming over to take your mouth closed and kiss
Hey.
on your forehead.
All right, who's next on the board? That was a good point.
That's
she
Berlin.
made. I think I got a pause, right?
Yeah. You gotta
Yeah,
pause.
she's right about that.
Okay.
Back in the day, hold on, Berlin, just 1 second. Back in the day, we did run. We couldn't. We didn't want to go inside till the street lights came on. That was our thing, you know. So it's right. And I remember doing that.
want
We had
to
to
say
run
Matthew
around
Dillon.
that track 4 times. It was 1 mile. I tried it. You know, I couldn't run. I'm not trying to break no record either. But I completed that mile and tapped myself on the back and went on. Go ahead, Berlin.
Before Berlin goes, before you pause the time, I want to just say this to Malka, to Jackie, to anybody out here who's like, yeah, Malka, you right. Let me just make this very clear to you. The days of leaving your front door unlocked overnight is over. The days where you can leave your front door open while you in the back room sitting down taking a shower and stuff is over. The day where you can let your child run up and down the street for 15 miles down the street and just say, all right, she gone, I'm all right, whatever, I ain't worried about him, and I know she'll be back home at night, is over. We live in a world where it's very dangerous, where it's very...
So put him on the
Hold on.
treadmill.
Hold on, Malcolm. Hold on, Malcolm. Hold on, Malcolm. Hold on, Malcolm.
Malcolm.
act like it didn't happen. Then
Hold
when it
on,
did
Malcolm.
happen.
Malcolm.
Hold on.
I'm not saying
he's
that it
the host
didn't
of the
happen.
show, and then he's making a point in between speakers.
I'm not saying that it never happened. I'm not saying that it just never happened back in the day. It did. But comparing to how it is today and how it was back then, it was almost damn near, like for example, you Tisa, Malka, Jackie, anybody else who went to school back in the day, y'all didn't have to worry about school shootings. That wasn't even a thing on your brain, school shootings. You didn't have to worry about things like that. So it's like, I understand what you're saying that, you know, oh, they're lazy because
Well, they couldn't get access to guns back
Right.
then, and magazine
Exactly.
guns that belong in the army and all that. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Go ahead, Berlin. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Berlin.
Berlin.
But I was trying. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. But I was trying to say is that growing up and going to gym classes, I had asthma really bad, but I was still one of the fastest runners in my class. And I did not like walk and jog. I had to run. Gym to me was one of my favorite classes. So it was like, now they saying running is abuse. It's like, what kind of backwoods crap is that? We had track, we had gymnastics, we had field, we had all of these activities. What are you going to teach them now in gym? I think they are dumbing kids down and making it where the next generation will be easier to control. I don't see how running, even when you go into high school, Yeah, that too. We get like the lunches look like prison food.
It always
The
looked like
lunches
prison
look like
food
prison
back in the
food.
day.
And I don't
They used
understand
the
why they like,
government
oh, you
cheese.
can't force them to run. I had a gym teacher say, if you can't run, jog. If you can't jog, walk.
Yeah.
Build up the momentum and bring your core stronger. Then we had, if anything's abuse, is climbing up that long ass rope from the floor to the
Yeah.
ceiling, and you have to touch the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's abuse. Not to me, because I always did it.
No,
I
it
thought
was. That's
fun.
not abuse either. I made it up to the top and slid
Right.
down.
And then they had other activities around it. So how is running abuse? They want people to be slower so the fat cops can catch you.
No,
So,
girl,
before
you know
Queen
what?
So before Queen go, I knew this was gonna happen and y'all was gonna get it all mixed
Wait
up. I
a
knew this was
second.
gonna happen. So I want to quickly clarify something really quickly. They're not saying the running itself is abuse. What they're putting emphasis on is the satisfaction that some of these kids are getting, like like you're getting recognized by the president, like you're getting the certificate in front of your class, and everybody's supposed to clap for you and all that good shit. But those kids who have to walk that mile and don't get these rewards because they don't care, or whatever the case may be, they're saying that's mentally abusive, saying that the president doesn't care about us because we didn't run.
All right,
8
so then
miles,
why
we
don't
didn't run
they
a mile in
come,
8 minutes.
why don't they
That's
come
what they're
out?
saying.
Why don't they come out with the fastest walker or something
The
like
fastest
that?
walk
Yes.
of the week.
Come on now.
Go ahead, Queen. Oh, that's
Thank you for saying that, because I was going to say, he wasn't saying that the running itself is the abuse. It's the fact that, like, I didn't give a damn about about me getting no award from the president, because I remember
Me
that
neither.
you got a signed certificate from the president of the United States, basically saying you're a healthy and fit and individual person. And that I do agree with. I think that should not be a part of the curriculum. That test was strenuous on a lot of people. I got a long ass legs and a short ass torso. A bitch could never touch her toes. They would call my mama and be like, she's being lazy. She don't care. I couldn't. First of all, I had to bend my knees to get down on the floor to pick up anything off the floor. I never could just bend down and touch my toes. And I'm 47 and I still can't touch my motherfucking toes. My husband thought I was crazy when I told him I couldn't touch my toes. Never could. I failed that part of the test all 12 years of school because I never could touch my toes. And it made me feel a type of way. I didn't like, as I got older, I didn't like dressing up a pee. So it does put a complex on kids. It doesn't mean that they're lazy. That's not because you see, if you're a parent and you're not making your kids get off that couch or get off that game and go do something, it starts at home. It is not the teacher's responsibility. It's your child. You see your child sitting up there eating Zim Zims and Wham Whams all day and gaining all kind of fucking weight and they got juvenile diabetes, your ass should be locked up because you let that shit happen. It's not the school's fault. Now, as I digress, now let's go back to let's say one more thing about my brother Cat. Okay. A lot of people are sitting up here saying Cat was being messy. Cat was not being messy. People have a tendency, especially in this day and age, back in the day when we was told the truth was the fucking truth. And if the spade hit your ass, the spade hit your ass. At the end of the day, that man said a lot of truth in that interview, and a lot of people are overlooking it because he was sitting there drinking, or they saying that he got arrested before. What the fuck do all of that got to do with the fact that everything that man said was true? And we as black people, now I know I'm going to go on time, but I'm trying to let me say this. We as black people need to open up our eyes because we go to these concerts, we go to Beyonce, and we pay Beyonce $1,500 motherfucking dollars. We go to Apple, we give Apple $15 motherfucking $100. We go to all of these celebrities and put all this money into these goddamn celebrities, and they ain't no better than everybody in your family.
Okay.
No better. So we need to stop putting them on the pedestal. Know what the fuck is going on. Know what's going on in our communities and in our homes, number one, because more people know about what's going on in Blue States and Christian Lions business than they know what's going on in kids' business. And I'm off the mic.
All right, the time. Okay, I hear you.
I didn't mean it because you was cooking there. You was cooking. I was finna let you go, but I gotta be respectful of everybody because if I let you, so Berlin.
Who's next on the mic?
Okay, well, what I want to say is that on the piggyback on the whole school thing. So, they're right. They're lazy, they fat, they don't want to do nothing, they don't want to do nada. But In competitions, this is the one thing I hate that our country did. In competitions, there's first, second, third. You didn't make the cut. Good try. What the hell? Get out of here. And what the fuck? If you did not make it in first, second, and third, you do not deserve a trophy. You can get a certificate. You participated. But if you're gonna sit there and throw yourself on the floor and cry and boo-hoo because you joined the competition and you didn't win, sucks to be you. Train harder. That's what practice and training is for. I have seen so many things where competitions happen and you have the first, second, third player win, and they also write about all the other kids with trophies. No, you do not deserve a trophy. You lost. Get out of the way.
Well, they give
You're
you
not
like a
also here.
certificate for participation is good. Because you
Right.
participated.
In New York, there's a pool that we go to. If you could do the push-ups, the sit-ups, the crunches, anything that they say, like 45, I was beating boys and girls. I wanted all those trophies. That's how competitive I was. You're going to give me the ones for the boys. You're going to give me the one for the girls. And 2 certificates. That's how I was. But in these kids these days, they don't want anything. Everything is so, oh, here you go, baby. You did your good job. No, bitch, earn it.
I hear you.
Jesus. All right, Jackie.
Next on the mic.
Jackie.
Hello, everybody. Hope you can hear me. Hello.
We can hear you.
Back when I was in school, we had a student who was handicapped. And this young man never missed a day of school. And he had a learning as well as a physical handicap. On that last day, which we called field day back in my time, there was that activity where you had to run or walk or whatever around the entire, area that was designated. He never really passed his classes, but he participated in the classes. In this particular event at the end of the year, being that he was wheelchair bound, he used his wheelchair. But the last, let's say, block of the trail or track, he would get out of his wheelchair and crawl
Aww.
across the line. Now I'm telling you that short story to tell you this. On award ceremony day, do you know the school did not want to give this young man
That's
a
not
certificate?
even right. That's not right.
The
That's not
entire
right.
school, the entire school, student body
Wow.
walked out. They were not taking, they just walked out. They were like, Everybody knew him,
That's
you
not-
know? And
Wow.
they didn't want to give it to him because being that he was, I really don't understand the logic of why they really didn't give it to him. We thought that was the most courageous thing we had ever seen.
Exactly.
So is that
Well, it's a little
abuse,
different now.
mental abuse?
Yes, it is. It's different now because they do have handicapped sports now in high schools.
Right.
Down
Back
there
then
in
they
Virginia,
really
They
didn't.
didn't. Yeah.
Now they do.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
he did
I
go on
commend
to
him.
the wheelchair Olympics.
There you go. So he didn't let them break his soul.
They couldn't stop him.
Next on the board. Good point.
That's me. I'm just keeping it flow because I don't want to take up
Okay.
too much time. So now we're going to head into the last thing on my celebrity thing, which is going to go into the People's Corner, which is the story of Gypsy Rose. So as you all know, December 23rd, 2023, Gypsy Rose was released from jail after serving 8 out of 10 years
Yes.
for conspiring to kill her mother, Dee Dee. Dee Dee. So for those of you who don't know who Gypsy Rose is, it was this little girl who from birth, the mother they claim that she has I claim it's bullshit, but whatever. The mother basically kept giving her daughter pills and medications and lying and all this good stuff, saying that her daughter had leukemia and she
All
couldn't
this
hear,
stuff,
she couldn't
right.
see, she couldn't walk, she couldn't use the bathroom, she needed feed, all that good stuff. And all over these years, she kept treating Gypsy Rose as she was a disabled child. So eventually, Gypsy Rose grew up, and she was like, I'm tired of this. And she got her boyfriend, who was at the time, to kill her mother. which he did, and Gypsy Rose was sent to jail for conspiracy to kill her mother and all that good stuff. So the reason why I brought that up is because I have a question: is do you believe Gypsy Rose deserved to serve those 8 years, or do you believe that she was wrongly placed in jail and her mother should have been, even though she died, or that her mother that the fact that her mother's treatment of her should have been enough to be like, okay, she obviously had some kind of control over her, and she just had enough. Enough was enough. So I'm going to close it off. I'm going to start with Malka because she's on the board now after me.
Okay.
If you, I'm sorry, before you go, if you want to, that's Berlin on the board for me. I'm sorry, Berlin, not Malka. If you want to click on the board to comment on this Gypsy Rose story, please click the board that is to the beside Sweet Juice. There is a board beside Sweet Juice. If you wanted to comment on it and open up your mic, please click the board. Now y'all can go and all that good shit. Go ahead. Start with Berlin. Wait a minute, what?
No.
I did that to your time.
I don't think that the daughter should have served Taiwan.
Wait a minute. Who's that on the board right now?
That's Berlin, but I don't want to take her time away because
Okay.
it was my time.
Right.
I feel like one, the doctor, the pharmacist, and the mom should go to jail because I want to know who was giving her these pills and such for the child that don't seem like they had a record of these illnesses. I feel like the mama got what she asked for. She got what she deserved. I feel like the daughter should have been put in some type of therapy because that was a form of abuse. She's just shoving pills down her throat. She's just trying to. She probably was collecting a SSI, SSD, SSA, AAA, NBA checks for this girl because she kept her so isolated. The mom. What I don't understand is where the other family members at? Why didn't no one check on this girl? Why didn't no one check what's going on in the household? Why nothing was done? She should be going to doctor's appointments to keep getting these refills. What is this woman doing? Factory making it in her kitchen? Like what? A lot. I feel like that girl.
Yeah,
should
you
not
know
have
what?
to
That's a good point. What doctors were prescribing it?
I'm so glad you asked that question.
Right.
I'm gonna let her finish. I'm gonna answer the question for you. I'm gonna let her finish first.
I feel like that girl was mistreated and she wanted out, and that was her only way of freedom. Maybe jail for her was freedom because she was out of the isolation. The mom, hope you're burning in hell with gasoline draws on and a long, dirty dick down your throat. You deserved it.
You know what? What does got to do with it? I like the gas on the drawers, though.
No, I want her to gag. I hope someone is in that jet. If you could sew her up, her organs up, and just feed her the same pills that she been feeding her daughter, she'll feel like that is not fair. She got exactly what she got.
But
no
look at the mom.
Should be treated like a lab test.
All right,
a lab dummy or anything.
It gave you back your regular time, but you already went. So we're going to skip over you to go to the next person. Before we skip over and go to Sweet Juice, I want to just make a correction. So what happened was Dee Dee was so good, was so caring. She was so compassionate. She was so kind. She was so nice that people just, she was just a woman of God is what they were saying, is that when she went to these doctor's appointments and things like that, she just like, some of the doctors were just like, oh, okay, I understand. Here you go. Here's the medication you need. Because they was like, well, how could a woman so kind, so nice, so caring, so Christian be a liar like that? They wasn't expecting it. Now, like you said, they should have run some tests, whatever the case may be. But that's what they did. They was like, okay, well, here you go. They just gave her her need, gave her what she needed. Now, when she went to doctors who questioned her and said there was nothing wrong with Gypsy Rose, the mother Dee Dee just said stop. She just stopped going to those doctors. She stopped going to them. Right. She wouldn't talk to them. She wouldn't acknowledge them. Now, as far as family members, it is documented that when family members raised concern about it, she simply just moved to a different state. And then when it came to some doctors, what happened was Hurricane Katrina just happened, and Dee Dee claimed that she and Gypsy Rose was a victim of Hurricane Katrina, which is why all of her medical records are lost. So she didn't have to prove to the doctors that her daughter was sick.
What was the mother thinking?
They claimed that she had a mental illness or whatever the case may be. I claim bullshit.
She looks off balance herself. If you look at the pictures, she really do.
Right. Well, go ahead, Sweet.
Okay.
Okay. That what y'all talking about sounds familiar because it was a movie on, I don't know if it was on Hulu And it was about this girl that was in a wheelchair, supposed to have been
Minecraft.
sick.
Yes,
Huh?
that's true. It's a true story. This is what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It
is
was on
that what y'all?
Lifetime.
Yep.
Oh, it's on Lifetime, but you know what I'm talking about. And well, they did it a little different because she met a boy online and stuff, and she
No,
fell in
that's
love
how
with
it
that
was.
boy. Huh?
No, that's how it was. That's true.
Oh yeah,
About
cause I
Gypsy
had seen a
Rose,
movie
right?
like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they was plotting to kill the mom and all that
Right, right,
stuff.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
Gypsy
seen that movie.
Rose. Yeah.
This is
It
all
was a
true story. It's a
Well, it
true
documentary.
wasn't.
story.
They didn't name it Gypsy Rose. It was named something else.
It
Right.
was like Mother Dearest Dead or something like that.
Right. And
No,
that's what they
I'm gonna
did with
get the
this
name
little
and I'll let
girl.
y'all know. Yeah, if that's what
Oh,
y'all was
okay.
talking about. Yeah, I was looking at that movie,
Mhm.
and she supposed to ran away with this boy and stuff like that. They supposed to
Mhm.
kill the
Yeah.
mama.
Yeah.
I didn't get. I don't know if they killed the
She
mom. I
didn't
think
kill,
she
she
did.
plotted. She plotted. Someone else killed the mother. That's why she
The,
was
the,
given
the
only 10
boyfriend
years.
killed the
Right.
boyfriend killed the mother.
Yeah, the
The
boyfriend killed the
boyfriend
mother.
killed
Yep.
the mother.
But basically, she was released from jail December 23rd. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
movie she
And they
watched is based on a
interviewed.
true story.
And
It's,
wasn't nothing wrong with that girl.
it
That mama
wasn't.
just wanted that money and stuff.
Because when
Uh
while
huh.
she was in jail, she went through a lot of therapy and everything else. She spoke very well. Because I
Oh
noticed when
yeah,
she
she
came
did.
out, she was like, she said she regretted all them years. You know, she felt sorry for her mom at the time, but she was tired
That's
of
what
the
y'all. I
abuse.
figured y'all was talking about that. I
So it's
said,
not
no, I
really
know that
mental
movie.
abuse, beating up your child and all that. It's physical abuse. It's
She did. She just wanted that
pills.
money. She
I
wanted that
probably
money.
was
That's
getting
all.
SSI for her. Because all you got to do is
Qu-
prove, all of the doctors
Oh,
said
I'm
yes,
done.
and they prescribed this, therefore she's
Halt.
disabled.
You resume her time, Tisa.
Okay.
There you go.
It's all right. She gonna consent. It's great. Go back. Go ahead. Finish.
All right, go ahead,
I'm
Queen.
done.
Yeah, your time ran
Okay.
out.
You guys had questions about how she was able to do that white privilege. Because black mothers could never do that.
Oh, you can't get away with that.
No, I'm gonna tell you, it's white privilege. A white lady made every kind of excuse in the books why her daughter needed this medication, and other white people gave it to her. It's called white privilege, quite simply. I only got a minute and 30 seconds. So going on to the next the next thing. Should she have done that time? Considering the fact that she was a minor and she could not have maybe control over what was happening to her, I'm pretty sure Gypsy knew what was happening to her, but she had no control over it. She was under the power of an abusive mother.
Right.
So I feel something should have been done to her. She got the time that she got, and she's going to be rehabilitated. But at the
Yes,
end
she
of the
was.
day, abuse is abuse. A lot of people in society tend to think if you're not beating on someone or you're not sexually assaulting
Exactly.
them, then it's not abuse. But there's other types of abuse. There's emotional abuse, there's spiritual abuse, there's medical abuse, there's all kinds of abuses out there.
That's right.
And this story, when I watched this movie, and I cried throughout the whole movie. And the part that got me was when the girl didn't want to do something, and the mother said, "I just need you to do it so I can get a letter that says I'm a wonderful mother." That bitch was crazy. She had no business having no
So what's the
children.
movie? What's the name of the movie? Sweet, you remember?
I posted in local.
Okay,
It
thanks,
is
thanks.
the
There's
Gypsy
several movies.
Rose
Yep.
movie.
blunt.
And the neighbors are the ones that started kind of having some questions about it. But again, I'm going to go back to that white privilege thing, because if we say anything to if we tell our kids no, they goddamn near call child services on us. When white people do it, it's okay. Because it's considered, oh, she's not doing anything wrong with her. She's taking care of her. Well, she wasn't taking care of that girl. She was taking that girl out.
Yeah.
She was doing for her. So like Julian said, yeah, I hope she go to hell with gasoline draws on all about the dick in the throat, because that's a good thing.
Girl, take them pom poms off.
I
Anyway.
said a dirty dick. I did not say a clean good dick. I
All
said
right,
a
all
dirty
right.
We ain't doing that. Quincy, please save us from whatever the hell they got going on before it goes down the drain.
Well, I was agreeing with her, but anyways, that's besides the point. I don't think she should have went to jail. I don't care, like,
Me neither.
because for me, there was no other way she could have handled it anytime, because she couldn't do shit. So I don't feel like she should have went to jail, and they probably should give her boyfriend like some type of probation or something, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like now, from what I heard, because I don't know much about the brothers, but if it was the way that I was told, they should be free too, because there is no way. Like, if your dad was, molesting you and all that other type of stuff, and your mama wasn't doing nothing about it, and no, yes,
Right.
them. Go ahead and set them free too. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand.
What would happen in a case like that?
The Menendez daddy is with Joe School, right? Y'all know he on that motherfucking list too, so just open your eyes on that.
Hmm. Well, that's all I had to say. I didn't have
Right,
to say
right,
much.
right.
So,
Okay, so who's on the board?
Malcolm's on the board next to talk about this. We're going to get to that stuff behind the board in a little bit, Malcolm. So, yeah, we can get to that a little bit. But
We
I'm
get to
sorry,
it
not
now,
Malcolm.
really.
Berlin. I'm sorry, not Malcolm. I keep thinking it's Malcolm because your names appear similar on the board. I'm sorry, that's Berlin. Go ahead, Berlin.
I should go to the next subject and just post my time.
That's all that I have. That's all that I have.
I want to talk about because I'm looking at the thing about Trump. I'm going straight for that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, before you do that, before you let Tisa introduce her stuff, that's Tisa stuff. Let her introduce her first.
No. I mean, okay.
okay, but she said, can you post? Go ahead and introduce her.
Your time is paused. Your
It's
time is
paused.
paused.
It's paused.
Oh, before Tisa go, I just want to let y'all know one last thing. That was it. Thank you so much for giving me the time to talk to y'all, and just know that if you are interested, at 4 p.m. around 4:15, I'm doing my talk show called Red Alert. The very first episode of the day, we're talking about OnlyFans, sex workers, and people who get addicted to porn on Second Life. And yeah,
You
if you want to go to that,
I have a letter for you too, Sean.
okay. If you want to do that, we
So
can do
we're
that
gonna
too.
get
But
okay. If the economy gets better in 2024, who will you vote for? Okay. Also, we got Trump up there. The Supreme Court finally is taking the case as to whether or not he should appear on the ballot. Colorado already said no. Maine said no. Now he wants it to go to the Supreme Court. And here's what he said. Trump, that's why he wants to take it to the Supreme Court, because he said, well, I put 3 of them on the, I elected 3 of them to be on the Supreme Court, so they better do me a favor. In so many words, that's how he said it. Would you elect a person like that to be president? And Berlin, you wanted to respond with that?
I'm not gonna lie, but Trump is gonna win this election.
No, he's not.
This is my hope. He
we'll take a
is trust and
wager.
believe he's going to win. They are scared of that orange orangutan. I'm telling you, that man is going to win. He is exposing. Ever since when he first got into office, he said from the jump start, I'm going to expose the government for what it truly, really is. They're using the same old loopholes.
He's not exposing
He
the
said-
government. He is
ever since he's
controlling.
been doing this, right? He is a business tycoon. He is not a politician. That man is running this country that man is going to win. They are scared of him because everybody
Who
said
is
they're going to look at
they?
the government, Congress, Senate. He got dirt on all of them.
He
I
doesn't
feel like
have.
he's
He's
gonna win.
the one that's dirty. He has dirt
Okay,
on
Queen.
nobody.
Just as dirty, okay?
Right, but he's not going to win. We can't let him win.
They're
Period.
why not? They stole this country and sold this country. Why can't he win?
Because he already claimed he won in 2020.
He's won.
He did not win. And he's running around talking about he won. So obviously the people
Actually,
didn't vote for him to win.
so
what do you mean? Let you go first. Wait. I have to go, but I got to my.
No, my question is,
Go ahead, Grandma.
because I gotta TP, I gotta take it, but I don't want to wait till next week because I want to say something. But if they don't want me to go, I'll wait till next week.
Go ahead, Grandma.
Okay, listen. At the end of the day, this country knows what the fuck is up. At the end of the day, people who vote are not stupid. Stupid people don't go vote. People who are very intelligent go vote. Y'all can listen to these pundits on TV, and I love my CNN. You can listen to all them people. At the end of the day, when November the 4th come around, everybody is going to look at who the two people on that ballot are, and they're going to make the right decision.
Right.
And you can say what you want to say about Biden. You can say what you want to say about Trump. I'm from the Show Me State. I have been to Missouri. I have identification saying that I have lived in Missouri at a time in my 47 years of life. I am from the Show Me State. I can say this. At the end of the day, Biden has done way more for this country than Trump has ever done for this country.
Exactly.
All Trump has done for this country is put us in turmoil and turmoils and keep talking about how he want to blow up people and go making friends with Kim Jong-un
and Putin
and liking white supremacists.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
white people that go to vote every fucking year, they know they're going to get on TV and say they're not going to vote for this man. They're going to say they're going to vote for him. They're not going to vote for him. How you fuck you think Biden won? How the fuck you think Biden won the first time? And he don't win again unless another person come in. And even if another person do get the nomination besides Trump, which is probably going to be Trump because that's who they want to put against him so Biden can win again. Because at the end of the day, he's not going to do shit for this country.
He's
he
not.
has proven to us who we are. Maya Angelou said it. Maya Angelou said it. When they show you who they are, you better fucking believe them. And we believe it.
Anybody figure out what y'all talking about? Y'all talking too fast and loud.
Oh no, you just
Because
well.
I got a minute and 30 goddamn seconds and I got a fast ass mouth.
Calm down.
All right, Donnie.
All right.
Okay,
All right,
thanks, Queen.
Thank you, Queen. Go ahead, Jackie. It's your turn now.
Jackie, go ahead.
Hopefully, you got time when you get back to go to the other show. But go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay,
Jackie.
as far as Trump is concerned, what he's battling right now, he better hope he doesn't go to jail.
Exactly.
People misunderstand what he actually did. That's why they keep going back to that 14th Amendment crap. Because while he was president, he broke the law. That's what they're basing their whole case against him for. Whereas Trump believes he should be pardoned. He's not gonna be pardoned because when it goes up to that big house, majority of them up there, they're protecting their job.
Donnie, can you please close your
They're
mic?
changing the law where those very same people in Congress and in the Senate, you will serve the same term as the sitting president. That's what they're trying to make a law. So those people up in them houses is like, we ain't effing with you. Okay? The next president, whomever it is, has to appoint us, and the people go and do their portion, voting who they want in. And if the people say no, we don't want you back, you lose your job. They got to make the law change first. But Trump did say what Berlin said. He was going to expose this government for exactly what it was.
And
He did say that.
He did say that, but he is what it is. What is
The
he
only
gonna
way he can
expose?
expose it is to actually bring forth to us face to face the loopholes that are in our Constitution.
Look at it. He done
And
stole
that he
money.
can take that sacrifice because if he go to jail, look how old he is. He don't care.
Yeah, well, they got him. They got him on tape plotting the January 6th. They got
That
all
man
this.
will probably never really actually see the inside of a court, inside of a jail cell, but they're gonna do enough damage to him where no, he
Right.
cannot run again. You think Trump really care? It was a bet from day one.
All he's doing is collecting money for his lawyers now, using the money.
That man got money all over this freaking
far-
world.
right.
Y'all better believe
Look
that.
at
He
China.
don't care.
China gave him money for his businesses when he
Exactly.
was president. He cannot be president.
He was like Berlin said, and it's very true. He is a business tycoon. Can't nobody take that from
Well,
him.
he ain't hardly a tycoon
Good business
anymore,
or
but
bad,
you
he
never
is
know.
a business tycoon.
All right, next on the board.
That is me.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to address, yes, Sean, states are sovereign in this country. Every single state is sovereign because we have our own governments. We have our own Congress. We have our own Senate. We make laws for our state. The reason, the thing that backs that up is that they tried to put abortion laws in place, and that's why there are some states that are sanctuary states for abortion, and some states that's why they can only rule, like the abortion bans and things like that only apply to that state unless the federal government decides to do something about it. It does not matter if Trump goes to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court cannot overturn.
Yes, they can.
Okay, well, yeah, but there's a huge fight that goes on, and sometimes
They don't care because they control it.
Right. But states are sovereign. And so the states that have decided that they do not want Trump on the ballot, and I'm pretty sure we're going to follow suit. Like, I'm pretty sure that we're going to, because our governor hates Trump with a fiery passion, praise God. So, but you know, he can do what he wants, but he's being removed, and there's nothing he can do to put himself on that ballot, and there's nothing that the Supreme Court can do about states deciding to do that. Because if the Supreme Court could actually do something about it, we wouldn't have abortion bans and contraceptive bans and all of this other stuff if the federal government was able to do that. So there's nothing Trump can do when these states want to remove him from the ballot. They are well within their right to do so, and they can't just do that. Every part of their state government needs to agree on both sides in order to do that. So clearly there are Republicans in these states who do not want him on the ballot either, because the way our voting process works with Congress and Senate is the same way that it does on state.
All right. Good
So
point.
I want to say this really quickly before Ms. Jackie go in.
Okay.
When you say states are sovereign, the reason why I disagree with you, Malcolm, is not because I don't believe you're right. I hate the word sovereign when it comes to states, because states are not really sovereign. The president, the Congress, and the Supreme Court have the ultimate power when it comes to anything that goes on in this country. So yes, your state can say, okay, I want to take Trump on the ballot. Let's go with that. They can sit it all day every day, and they can do it. Yeah, sure.
Yes, they
But
can.
if the Supreme Court steps in and says, yeah, no, we're not doing that, then guess what your state cannot do? They can't do it, because the Supreme Court said they cannot do it.
When the Supreme Court makes that opinion, that means all 50 states got to abide by it.
When they make it a law, and when the Supreme Court says that it is just, it makes it a law across all the states, and can't nobody say shit about it. Right now, what's happening is, that's why I say I don't like the word sovereign, because it makes it seem like the states can do whatever the fuck they want to do and not get no repercussions from the federal government. No, it is not what's going on. The Supreme Court and Congress is literally saying, all right, y'all got it. I'm letting you go. I ain't got shit to do with this one. I'm gonna let y'all take it from here. And they're just putting their hands off it.
The Supreme Court might just not, you know what they're going to end up probably doing, I hope, throw it right back to the states that y'all control it. That's
right,
a state
but when
issue.
Trump just said clearly that he believes that he has some kind of power, even though members of that he put on the Supreme Court have voted against him more than once.
Which is fine. He can believe whatever he want to believe. That's fine. He can believe whatever he want to believe. But the truth of the matter is,
you know what? I think we should go back to pulling guillotines out. Okay, let's do like the French did when their governments and their kings and queens and stuff got out of hand. Let's just follow suit with the French. You know, back in the day, they would line you up on, in a row at the gallows, and I mean, our government is treasonous. Our government does not support us.
But we got laws. We ain't going back to that time.
And how many people do you think they're gonna use that on?
All right. Jackie, it's your turn.
Jackie's on the board.
And then Berlin, you can go.
I just had this quick question, ladies and gentlemen. If the Supreme Court and Congress and all of these other offices have a final decision to make, then what the heck do we need a president for?
That president really don't run the country. You're right.
Or even voting. I mean, if these are the organizations are the ones that, in the end, and the last word, they finalize a decision, a bill or whatever. If the president says no, that's not
because the president really doesn't. But Jackie, the president really don't
need a president for.
Because the president really don't concentrate in law. These justices have to follow the law. So the president ain't got time to read law books, really. So we
But the
trust that
president going in there, they 60-something, 50-something years old. I'm pretty sure they've been in government for a while.
I'm sure, but they
I
can't
mean, you
really.
don't come into the government a fresh new version like nowadays.
Well, the
Yeah.
Supreme Courts
They
and the
have some
courts,
type of political, legal knowledge of
but
how
not
decisions
enough.
are made
Not
or
enough.
anything.
Not enough.
didn't.
Trump didn't know
Except
nothing.
for Trump, I can agree with
He
Trump.
barely
He may
graduated
not
from
have
high
been
school.
in our eyesight as being political, but you best to believe that man knows what he's doing.
You don't know Putin.
He know whether we like it or not.
Before I go, I wanna answer
You know
Jackie's
that-
All right,
question.
Donnie.
For
Okay,
me,
time
Sean,
out.
please. Thank you.
Time out. Donnie, if you want to speak, you got to click the board.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
So I wanted to quickly answer Jackie's question, which she said about why we have a president. So you have to understand the way that in order to understand why we have a president, you have to understand how our government works. You have to understand that every single branch of government has a thing called checks and balances, meaning
Right.
that one branch checks the other branch and the other branch balances it out. So when it comes to the executive branch's whole entire job is to enforce the law. Their job is to simply enforce it.
Right.
They don't make the laws, they only enforce the laws. Now the president can send over things to Congress and say, hey, I want you to put this into law because I think it's a good thing we can do for
And
our
then they
country.
gotta still
But at the end of the day, they have to vote on it. They
That's
got to
right.
do whatever they do, and because they make the laws.
That's right.
This is basic history. This is basic government class in high school, y'all. The president is just he enforces the law,
Forces
which is
stuff,
why everybody keeps
sign things.
telling us, oh, the president ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing it. No, his job isn't. His job is just to enforce the law, which is why he has certain powers that overrides Congress when it comes to.
It's still got to go
when
to
it
the
comes to the
Senate.
lawmaking process, just like the Supreme Court overrides both the Congress and the president if they need to when it comes to like okay, for example, the Supreme Court can only say something is constitutional or unconstitutional. That's like the abortion case. This is why I went to the Supreme Court and not the president and not the Congress. The Supreme Court was like, okay, let's see, because they're not even a part of the voting. You don't get to vote for nobody.
Right.
Their whole thing is just seeing if it's whatever. So why does the president have to get anyone to approve his or her decision making? Because he enforces the law. He doesn't make the law. He enforces the law.
Or
That is what
suggest
I'm
one,
saying.
and it's still got to go through the House and the Senate.
The president is supposed. Have you ever heard of Prayer House called the People's House? It's supposed to be the president is supposed to be the people, the person that represents the people.
Government. I want you to clearly understand something. I'm the government, but as a person who is 56 years old and I have voted many times, okay, that always was like a issue for me, okay. And I look at the track record of the presidents that we've had, and I'm like, wait a minute. This sitting president said that in their campaigning they wanted to do A, B, C, and D, and then while they're in presidency, they went out to to do A, B, C, and D, and their choices are slapped down. But and these are always the topics that they're trying to bring forth for the people, or the benefits for the people. You have these two other government bodies up there, and they slap it down.
Yeah, but it's according to
and
who's
then
in
nothing is
control.
really done for the people.
That's based
So that's
on
the part
that's based
I
on
never
who's
really
in.
understood.
But that's based on who's in control of the House and the Senate at the time. A president will
Right,
love
so
his
that's why
party.
have a president. We don't need a president if to me, this is me personally.
I agree
We don't
with
need
you.
a
I agree
president
with you,
then.
Jackie, because on certain things it's like, what the fuck is this even for? But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be done because we gotta move it because we got only about a limited time left, and I gotta go do another talk show. I'm only simply say this. This is why people need to read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, because it's said, because when George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and all them said and they made this government that they made, even though it was based on
All
slavery.
right, let's
and shit,
hurry
even
up
though
because we're Donnie up on the board. A person
I'ma say it
ahead
really
of him.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it really quickly. When Thomas Jefferson and all them said that and made this government, they literally said that we, the people, have the right to rise up and overthrow the government. So if you got enough people together, we can just go up there and just say, fuck it, we want you out of office and get the fuck on up out of here. But the problem is they installed so much fear into the people and so much I'm sorry, excuse my language. They install so much fear into the people that people have forgotten that we have that ability to just rise up and go to the government and say, "Get up! We don't want you here no more." We don't have to wait until the voting process comes. We can go up there right now and say, "Get
Yeah, if
on
you
up out
get
of here. We
enough
don't want
people,
you."
if you get enough people to do that, you're right. But
But
then
the whole
that's why we
problem is,
put
oh yeah, go ahead.
Congress in office, because they're supposed to do what we want them to do. The president can't do but much unless he have control of the House. Then he can get a lot of
Right.
things done. This Republican Congress did nothing the
So,
first
but
4 years.
what Sean said, which I do agree with, and what I'm hearing in my background right now, so I'm just going to say this. Wasn't what you described a moment ago, Sean, the same as what happened on January 6th? They called it an insurrection.
Exactly. I was getting ready to do it. They called it an insurrection. They made it
Thank
look like it
you.
was a legal act. That's exactly what they did with
Yep.
Trump. They rose up against the government and said, "We don't
Yep.
want you here no more. Get out. We don't want you here." But when they
Yeah,
did
but they
that,
rolled. They
They
did
shouldn't
that
have
on
been
false,
violent, and it would have been a whole
and it was
different
on
situation.
false pretenses. Trump
doesn't
made them
matter if-
believe
it-
that,
hold-
that, that he
hold.
was stolen and this, that he lied.
It does not matter if it was on false pretenses. It does not matter if it was on fake news. It does not matter of none of
Well,
that.
they
If
tried it.
people
It wasn't the
decide to-
majority of the country. They
It was
failed.
enough people
Had
to
they have
storm
done
the.
it differently without the violence,
Exactly.
it would have made a
Exactly.
world of difference.
What was that going to accomplish? They didn't want Pence. They were going to force Pence to sign something that wasn't even true. That
And
Trump
that's why
won.
China and the other countries is watching, because they see it coming. If more people really, yeah,
Okay, let's go to the board right
Yeah.
now.
because he
That's
can't
Berlin
initiate,
and
All right,
Donnie.
Berlin,
insurrection.
Berlin, and then Donnie.
Can I say
So we can move on after that.
Go ahead, Berlin. It's your turn.
Okay.
Let me say this.
Like I said,
Wait a minute, Donnie, you're
Grandpa,
next.
Grandpa, it's me first, Grandpa.
Then
Hey,
you.
hey, how you doing, girl? Look, you better get in touch with me today. Okay, do that. In the meantime,
Okay, Grandpa.
Donnie, wait. If she goes before you, then you.
she did.
Yeah, she's on the board
Well,
now.
hush my mouth.
Go ahead, Berlin.
This is why I'm trying to say what I was trying to say. Our government is running on laws back in Thomas Jefferson. They have not ever, to me, updated the laws at all, with people still doing what they want to do. What
They
the
do
heck
amendments.
happened to-
We
never
have a
mind.
lot of amendments. They amend the second,
We do have a lot
Second
of amendments, but
right.
why is it that when the people use their amendments and their rights, that you get called a terrorist or you get called something else by the government that they set the laws for you to use or utilize? This is not the first time we had people who look. Martin Luther King did it. Malcolm X did it. That white guy who I can't remember his name did it. A lot of people. Every time someone stormed the White House or stormed any of these buildings, if it wasn't peaceful or anything, they get labeled something. They killed the other three, but they didn't. I feel like they only use the laws and the Bills of Rights and the acts and all that when it's beneficial to them and not the actual American people.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Donnie.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. You say.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, let me.
Turn your mic down a little bit, Donnie, because it's loud.
Turn it down a little.
Yeah, you got a lot of echo on it. Go ahead.
How's that? Is that any better?
That's better. Yes. Go ahead.
It is? Okay. Well, first of all, there's a thing called executive privilege, executive decisions. You have to make that because the government is set up. Each part of the government has a function. The president hands are tied. He can't just do anything he wants to do. That's why Trump is putting his people in place in different places that he can't have no control of. And one is supposed to watch the other. He's trying to get rid of the ones that watches him and put the people in order that are on his side. But if you look at this whole picture, they don't care. They don't want Trump in. The Republicans don't want him in.
They really don't.
What they did is they liked what his idea was, and that's dictatorship. Take the vote away from the people and put them in order. Now, they don't want him to be president. They want to be president in his stead to do exactly what he is trying to do. He got a great idea as far as they're concerned. and they want it.
All they're afraid of is losing the people that's for Trump. If you say anything bad about Trump, a Republican, then you're gonna lose his supporters. That's why the Republicans aren't stepping up and really saying what they really feel.
Yeah, his supporters. That's the only thing that they're concerned
And the
about.
supporters will not put him in office alone.
That's it. They hate. In fact, you remember in the beginning where Trump said they had a campaign against Trump. You remember before he became president? Mm-hmm. They had a campaign to keep him from being president. So they never did like him.
No.
It's just the money people like his ideas, and now they want to take his agenda and run off with it.
Okay, so
All right.
who's on the board? Okay,
it's
we're gonna
Malcolm.
pause that and go to the next subject, I guess.
Okay.
I just have something real quick to say.
All right, you
First
want to
of all-
wait for the next subject, or
No.
all
well,
right? I'm gonna take your time. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, Trump said that if he got back into office, that he would go after every one of the people that
And he's gonna immune
that-
himself.
and he said
Yeah.
that he will jail his people who don't agree with him. I heard one of the best lines in a movie that you could ever hear about government. It came from the movie V for Vendetta, and V says, people should not be afraid of their governments. Government should be afraid of their people.
Which is
And I
what
swear,
Right.
God, I swear to the Lord that Trump has watched V for Vendetta one too many times, because everything he does, if you guys see that movie, everything and every position he's tried to get himself in and putting people, I swear to God, what he does is structured exactly like what's going on in that movie. And in that movie, there is a man who becomes high chancellor, and he's running the country. And it's basically white is right. And if you're, gay or Muslim or whatever, and you're not white and that kind of thing, he's basically, put people, he separated society. And, and it's like when I was watching what Trump was doing, and I've seen V for Vendetta like a million times because it's one of my favorite movies. But, as I was watching Trump and seeing the things that he was doing, he overturned things that he shouldn't have, like our plan for, infectious diseases. George Jr. is the one that created that program in how to do with dangerous diseases and viruses and stuff.
And Trump
then
took it away.
And then Obama added to it. So Trump took it away because Obama added to it, but that was initially created by George Jr. So he didn't care. But I got my conspiracy theories and some more stuff, and now there's this new pneumonia over in China, and they've got everybody wearing masks, and people are dying, and all this.
I didn't
craziness.
take my mask off. Okay.
I just think that they're just slimming the herd pretty much. They're
All right,
doing
so I want to do this letter because I think it's going to. Let me find it in inventory and I'll put it on the board.
I could wait for you to do the letter.
Yeah, that's what I said. I paused you, right? Are you on pause?
Yes, ma'am.
She's paused.
Yes,
She's
ma'am.
paused. Yeah.
Okay. Just let me find it here. And Sean, you can read it because it's to you.
Here.
Let's see.
People don't know how to write correctly. But while she finds that, I just want to let y'all know that in T-minus 30 some odd minutes that Red Alert will be starting, and I would love to see a lot of people there because the conversation is interesting. And also the special guest host is that I'm having with me is Berlin. She'll be with me on the panel if y'all would like to come on this one. I'm gonna keep promoting this daggone show because I've worked hard on this show. Let me stop. But yes, I would
Yeah,
love to see
well,
y'all
we
there.
can't come because we got a set.
I know you can't come because y'all have a set.
Right.
What in the hell? All right, let me see what this says. Okay. Dear Sean, I have listened to your many letters in the past on the show. I really enjoy the show. So here's my letter issue. I have a friend on the game who I've known for many years. We're at a point in our relationship that we share our real life situations. I have wanted to tell my friend that she needs to calm down a bit with folks on the game. She has a big heart and is easily influenced. She's an only child in real life and adopts anyone who will speak to her, which I try to tell her is not a good thing on SL. It hurts me a lot when she cries on the phone because someone has accused her of doing something distasteful. But I am at my end with trying to warn her ahead of the bullshit that occurs. She's a real sweet soul, but she forces herself into people who mean her no good. Help! I don't want to lose my sister to this game. It's from Anonymous.
All right.
Lord Jesus. Well, if you're listening and if you're here, all I'm gonna do is simply say this: ain't nothing you can do, sweetheart. Sometimes you're going to have to well, first let me say this: if you have done all that you can do to tell her in a most respectful and kind and friendship manner that, hey, you need to chill out, and she's not listening, sometimes you gotta do what a parent does to a child. You gotta let them go out in the water and drown a little bit for them to learn how to swim. Is what I'm saying. Let them paddle around in the water in the deep end. Let them figure out for themselves. Like, okay, this is how I swim. That's what you gotta do for sometimes for people. I had to do it for myself. One of my good friends, I don't think she's here, but Drea, she did it for me. She had threw me out there in the deep end of the pool, and she let me paddle around there and find my way out. She was always there to catch me if I needed to. If I started drowning, she was always there for me if I needed to. But she threw me out there and said, "Figure it out." And that's what you have to do to your friend. Throw them out there in the water, let them paddle around a bit. You make sure they know that you're there for them to catch them if they need you. If they start drowning and going under, you did a jump in to help
That's a
them,
very good
but they got to figure it out for
response.
themselves.
That's a very
Simple.
good response. Anyone else want to respond? Who's on the board?
That was the best advice this man have ever said
Oh,
to any man.
Sean got a little head. Sean got a little head on his shoulder. You know.
He took my whole statement that I wanted to say.
And see, he didn't even know about the letter either. I like it when you know. Now he said what he truly felt, not knowing the letter ahead of time, and then that's why you do sound like a politician, though. You really do, Sean.
I do. I appreciate it. If only it was as easy to get in the office as it was to do a lot of things in life, I would do it.
And they should make that a little easier. I guess they just don't want to make it easy. Berlin, you're on the board.
Like I said,
He
said
hit it,
exactly
right?
what I would have said. He hit it right on the top of the head. Let's talk about this hair makeup, the beauty topic. He answered it. He said everything he wanted to say.
Yeah, okay, this makeup thing. Yeah, because I would have said the same thing. You got to let them just figure it out. Don't lose them as a friend. Don't give them up because of this. Keep encouraging them and then reminding them when they do go the wrong way or whatever. Remind them each time, see, I told you. Maybe you should think before you jump into the lake or whatever. Or, be that person's life jacket. This beauty stuff. Now, they claim this really works. And all the pictures, I'm going to put it on the board, another texture, are just white people. Hold on one second. If anyone want to comment while I'm looking for this, go right ahead. Inventory.
I got so much to
Okay, hold up. Say.
I'm gonna drop the mic and come underneath you if that's you underneath me.
say. Yeah, that's me underneath you.
I don't know if it's
Okay,
this
that sounded so wrong, but okay. Is it nice underneath me? Is it warm? Is it comfortable?
No, it's me. I'm underneath you. No, okay. So this is the thing. Okay. The reason why white women need all of that shit.
Yeah, they're the pictures again. It's all.
Because
There's no black people on there.
I'm gonna tell you why white folks need this stuff. Because they do things like lay out in the sun and burn their skin, and then as they get older, they look like leather. women women in general use far too much makeup. So I was just having this conversation with my roommate the other day about the fact that it ages our skin because we don't have, well, I am not, well, I'm white, but I have skin from my from, like, because I'm Native American and Israeli, so I have, I'm pale, but I have like oils in my skin and stuff. And so a lot of these white women are, their skin's naturally dry. They're not putting the moisturizing, and then what they're doing is they're putting all of this stuff on their skin, but then you're just adding more chemicals to your skin. What is the price of that? Oh, this will make you, why are you worried about aging? It's like, don't die, don't have gray hair. I don't have near enough gray hair, thank you very much. I would like a whole lot more. That will probably not happen because I'm Native American. But like this stuff, like this is just promoting a false sense of beauty, and let's not age, and let's not actually be beautiful in our age and accept who we are. And with white women, it's just compounded and compounded. Blonde hair, blue eyes. You got to look like this. You got to look like that. And the standard of beauty all across the board, doesn't matter what race you are, is impossible. And you're basically smothering your skin in things that it doesn't need, and then
Can
you're
you pause my time because she's talking over my time?
Okay, Malcolm, time's up. Go ahead.
I'm gonna finish.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. Finish your thought.
Yeah, I'm almost done. So then they put all of this stuff, they smother their skin, and then you use harsh chemicals to peel it all off. So you're painting your face, and then you're basically using paint lacquer to take it off. So I think that this is the reason
Paint
why
remover.
white women age so badly. I happen to be aging well, but and then when they say that black don't crack, all of the women of color I know who are around my age don't even look like it. And I've seen a lot of women of color, older women of color, who do not look their age, but white folks, yeah, no. It's 'cause
Okay.
they burn their skin.
Go ahead, Berlin.
I'm gonna look at it. White women, to me, they put on their skin. Miss Sweet. Miss Sweet. I feel like white women are putting a lot of makeup on because they go on by European standards, and the average white American woman is not a European descendant. And I also feel like y'all lack melanin.
Yeah.
Melanin in our skin protects us from the sun. That's why they look like leather in Miss Haiva's words. But the beauty advertisers are more targeted to white women than anybody else because white women was the beauty standard. I feel like makeup, I found out they put bugs in makeup, they put acid in makeup, they put a lot of chemicals in makeup that you should
Yeah, because
not
you got to use a
use on your
makeup
skin.
remover. I never wore makeup all my life. Just about. I'll put a
But
little
I don't-
foundation on sometimes, but just didn't. I'll do my eyelashes, but that's about it.
Well, my granddaughter's in
yeah.
the room, so I can't see. Some people say it
All right,
ain't
Donnie.
the beauty.
I don't wear makeup because I have natural full lips. All I need is lip gloss, and I got them kissable lips. And my skin glows. I get told I'm 33, and I get told I still look 19.
That's just it.
So,
I think African Americans don't crack.
Right, we don't crack, but I feel bad for our counterpart, the white woman, because like Mr. Haver said, they get pushed to get buy this, buy that. Weren't the white
you do
women wearing
crack,
like
crack.
13 layers of clothes? Like 13 layers of clothes in the summer in the past? Like,
Okay.
go ahead, old lady.
All right,
Hello,
Jackie.
everybody. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes, we can
listen,
hear you.
Skin is the largest organ on our bodies, right?
Yep.
And what you put in is what you're gonna get out. I know some women of lesser color who age gracefully and they do not crack. I hate that concept so bad. Okay, not all
Black don't crack.
light skinned people crack. Okay, they don't. Some of them are wiser. They know I need certain vitamins on my skin to keep me from getting the effects of the sun. And
Exactly.
they take care of themselves and they take their vitamins and they eat well. And yes, darker skin handles the sun's UVA rays better, but that is changing slowly. Okay, so let me go on the record of saying black does crack.
Yes, they do.
Okay, it does. And when it does, it is even uglier.
But does that
Especially when
come
they
from
start
neglect
blackening.
or just what causes it?
That's from them being crack babies and
That's
alcoholics
from
and on
it's my
drugs.
mic. Thank you
Drugs.
kindly. Thank you.
Don't care.
That is from the lack of nutrition. You
Right,
understand?
right.
That's the lack of nutrition in that darker skin or that medium complexion skin. They on that super crap that, oh, I'm black, I'm not gonna crack. Oh no, honey.
You still
Think
gotta
about
put
this.
them
There's a
vitamins
large
in.
worldwide lawsuit right now for perms.
That's another
They coming
thing.
out talking about now perms is supposed to create cancer in women majoritarily. Okay,
They said that years
our
ago.
counterparts, why were they perming their hair? But when you look at the commercial, until recently, from the time that commercial started airing, you see African American women. In the beginning, you didn't see African American women with that commercial. Think about it.
Okay, who's on the board? Well, with they claimed years ago that the perm. I think a lot of black women are going back to their natural hair, either dreads or afro. I had one coworker, her hair stood out like she would come to work, her hair's all just, and it was her real hair. She said, I'm thinking of perm. And I said, you better not. And then one day she came, she just used a flat iron, or it was down to her butt. But she wore it naturally. I think we should all go back to our natural hair. I mean, but
Right.
we are the main buyers of, we'll talk about this another day too. We are the main buyers of cosmetic products for the hair. And who's getting the money?
But
The Chinese.
uh, think,
Go
I
ahead,
mean,
who's on the
matter.
board?
It's me. But you
Okay.
gotta think about it. Times are also changing because people of color couldn't have their hair looking a certain way for certain professions and certain jobs or certain places. That's why we have all these products. At first, these products wasn't geared towards us. And I think I keep forgetting her name, but it'll come back to me. But I feel like these products is damaging to anybody's skin complexion. I don't care what race you are. We shouldn't be using them at all. Period. There are tribes that isn't colonized that still use the minerals, raw minerals from
Natural, yep.
look better than what we do without all that chemicals within their skins. And they don't crack at all. But I feel like I don't wear makeup. I don't apply none of that on my skin. I feel like it makes my skin rash. It turns me red, and I start looking like a baby's butt. I do not want none of it going on. But I fear that because they give this is new thing they have going on now that certain products not only does it give you skin cancer, but it
Yeah,
leads
it's
to
just
effects, it leads to mental issues, it leads to a lot of death, some other stuff going on. I think makeup should be boycotted.
right. Can you imagine that happen? Next on the board before
Not
you
with these
start,
ugly hoes growing up, but that's another story.
right? If
I
we
think
eat right, hold on, Malcolm. If we eat right, natural cocoa butter, coconut oils, all of these natural oils work. Africans use it, Native Americans use it. It comes from the earth. If we stick with the earth, we'll be fine. Go ahead, Malcolm.
okay. I do use stuff on my skin, but there's this company called Lush, and all of their products are organic and chemical free. So there's something called the Movis bar, which is really nice. My skin
I've heard of that
absolutely.
bar.
And then I use and then there's a lotion bar for your face called I think it's called Beauty of Grace or something like that. And those are the two things that, and then there's like a ocean salt with vodka and stuff, and really great stuff. Like I said, all organic. Those are the products that I use on my skin. Number one, because they are organic and they are all natural, and there's no chemicals. Like their stuff goes bad. It has like dates on it that you have to use it by because it's that kind of product. They also do no animal testing. They are very aware of the footprint that they put on the earth, and their products are basically made up of people who had these products, and then they just kind of like all got together and created Lush, and they started over in the UK, but you can find them now. Their products are amazing, and that's the stuff that I use on my face, because it feeds it. So, and they have so many different scrubs and, and face cleansers and stuff like that. They also make amazing bath bombs and bubble bars and things like that too. But I try to use, more natural stuff on my skin. But I did all of my makeup wearing when I was in junior and senior high school because I was goth and super creative, and, so I always wore makeup. But as I became an adult, I just stopped, and I don't wear any makeup now. I don't think it looks good on me.
Okay. Good points.
I'm
Next on
sorry.
the board,
Before
Donnie.
Donnie goes, I just want to quickly say that I actually do have to run. I gotta go to Red Alert and get that set up and get that started going and all that good stuff. If you all want to, yeah, please, I ask for you all to come. But I understand there's a set after the show, so I would like you to have fun at the set. I love each and every one of y'all. Happy Sunday. God bless you. Have a good night. Have a good week. You've made it to 2024. God is good, and keep on pushing.
All
Bye.
right.
Have a good
All right.
Sunday.
Later. Donnie, go ahead. Donnie,
No, okay. I was trying to get my microphone on.
I hear you.
Okay, Let me say this. You know they say that it ain't the beauty, right?
We're gonna go Donnie, Amari, and then. Oh no,
It
that's
ain't.
No,
that's
I'm done. You
Sean.
can skip me.
I know
You
you
can
and your
skip me.
name. Okay.
It
Go ahead,
ain't the
Donnie.
beauty. It's the smile. I think all those things are important as far as your diet is concerned. That's what goes into your body. It produces nice pigments in your skin. But a lot of times, I remember when people was eating pig feet, tails, snoops,
Ears,
toes, ears, and
testing,
and
chitlins.
some of those people had the clearest dark, shiny skin, but they had some white petroleum jelly on it, you know. And then a lot of people just grew old and lived long, but there was wrinkles all everywhere. But I tell you what, I think a smile goes a long way. How you feel on the inside, you can put whatever you want on the outside. If you got a nasty attitude, you're not
You're
gonna look
ugly,
nice.
huh?
It's not gonna look nice. You can see the devil in. You can see that. You can say, "Oh my God, that reminds me of evil." And people act evil too. Evil people act evil. You know. And if you're evil in real life, you're gonna be evil in second life. You're nasty and rotten on real life. You're gonna be nasty and
Nasty and
rotten.
rotten and real. You're right about that. I'm gonna pass Amari and then Sweet. You could go and close out. Sweet.
Uh, y'all, I like each and every one of y'all, but today will be my last day on the show.
Why?
I'm not because I got ignored today, and I'm not gonna sit here and not do something that I already had. So
I didn't
today
know.
is
I
my
didn't know
last
you
day.
had anything. You didn't tell me.
I I told you earlier you don't read anything. But y'all have a
Sweet.
nice Sunday. Bye.
Oh, nasty
All
attitude.
right, y'all. That'll do our show for today. We're gonna go over to the club and do up a little partying. Let me stand up.
Why did I say that?
And I want everybody Happy New Year once again. Happy New Year to everybody. The club is right across the walkway right there. And we have DJ Extraordinaire on the mic. And I sorry but Sweet didn't I wasn't told she had something, so It's supposed to be on the board. Anyway, let's go party. All
My
right, so
granddad's
that's our
got a
show
better
for
tongue
today.
these days, too.
We walking over to the club. We do this I'm a walk, not run. Who's walking next to me? You on mic? I mean, you on camera. Excuse
You want me to
us.
walk next to you, girl?
Walk. Come on. I'm
My
still
granddad tried to
filming.
call me today, that's all I know.
I'm
Come on,
still
Chief.
filming. There's the studio over there.
Let's go, girl.
You know what?
Let's get out of here.
Okay, so we're gonna walk over to Hot Buttered Soul, and we're gonna party with DJ Extraordinaire. And with that, Real Talk ends. And so since we have an opening, I guess we have an opening on the talk show. If anybody's interested, just let me know. We have an opening on Real Talk. So that ends our show for